Right, so this video will be a short guide on how to improve your mental health. I won't go into very much detail because this could take hours and hours. This is a very long subject, right? But these here are like the basics of it and how you can start improving it today, right? So we all know that good mental health is crucial for a young man on his self-improvement journey. In order for him to become more masculine, he needs to have a good mind. He needs to have a proper mind which he can rely on, which he can focus on, which can help him in tough situations. But once you have bad mental health, this is very tough to do since your mind is constantly against you. It is in this state of negativity or just doubt or insecurity, right? And anxiety. And these thoughts, those anxious thoughts, insecure thoughts that you might have while you might, suffer from mental health problems, it can be very detrimental to you and to your progress and to your mission as a man. So, what you need to do is you need to improve it as fast as you can, as well as you can, and prioritize it over most of your life because it is one of the single-handed most important things because your mental health it really affects your mindset, right? And your mindset is, as I've mentioned before, it is very important for your growth as a man. If you don't have this growth mindset, you're going to be stuck at a lower level than everyone else. You might still be making a bit of progress, but you will never be growing as fast as those other guys, who are literally adapting this growth mindset, right? So, where do you think your mental health issues come from? Well, I don't know exactly where they might come from you, but I know where they came from mine. So I might tell you this example so you can better understand your situation. Because chances are you've never really truly thought of mental health, have you? Never thought about it. You've never seen videos on it. You've never, or if you have, you've seen like all these bullshit, cringe self care videos, in which they just tell you, bro, just, breathe this way and take some time to relax every day. Take some time to just lay around and do nothing and just watch TV and play some video games because that's relaxing, guys, and that will improve your mental health. Well, what if I told you that, that is literally the opposite of improving? That's actually just destroying your mental health. Because I don't know what this advice could be like for girls, for women, but for men, for masculine men, for men trying to become more masculine, this is detrimental advice. So basically what they're telling you, when you're listening to all this bullshit self-care advice, to just relax and just enjoy life, guys. Enjoy life. You know what you're basically getting out of that as a man? You're understanding that you should just slack around. You should just do nothing. And for this brain that you might have, this situation in which you might face yourself, your brain is not always, it's not going to be your best friend. It wasn't in my situation, so it probably wouldn't be in yours. You're you cannot trust your brain in this situation, bro, because your brain will literally just do what's easier. Especially at the start of everything that might be a bit more difficult, your brain will always want to go the easy way. Right? So, it would always be like, okay, well, this means, I listen to all the self-care advice. Your brain is literally telling you, okay, just slack around. And maybe one day you'll be like, okay, I'll slack around for like 30 minutes, right? And then I'll get back to work. Then that 30 minutes is kind of extends to 45, to an hour, to 2 hours, to 3, to 4. And then you've just not achieved any kind of progress during that day. And that is when things get bad. That is when things for you as a masculine man, they get bad. Because, Masculine men, we all strive, we all feel happy while making progress towards our mission, towards our goals. That is one of the single-handedly, like, most important things you could know. Masculine men, they love making progress. We love making progress, right? And this is what you have to prioritize. You have to prioritize making progress towards your goals, because this is literally like one of the best ways that you can improve your mental health. Because, making progress towards your goals, towards like a meaningful goal in your life, it can bring you so much confidence and self-esteem and just self-reassurance and like this overall well-being, right? But right now, in on a sadder tone, on a more depressing tone, you might be trying to make improvements. You might be trying to make progress towards your mission, but you have this trauma in your mind, which has been created in your past. So, you know, trauma can come from virtually anything. It is very, very weird. I mean, it's like this, trauma comes from events which are like, you could say they're like very unexpected, or they're like just somehow marking you. So, for example, maybe you had some issues in your family. Maybe you had like some problems in the family and your parents were arguing, or they were kind of arguing with you. They were kind of putting you to the ground, or whatever kinds of situations like that, maybe in a family, right? So what happens then is you will get marked by those things, right? You will get marked by the violent conversations and by the violent outbursts, and those things, they will remain with you your entire life. But it might be in this situation, it might be in all kinds of situations, bro. You can get trauma from bullying, from altercations with other people, from relationships, bro. You can get it from anywhere. But I think you mostly get this trauma when you are in like your most vulnerable state. So this means while you are this younger person, maybe you're maybe like a child, you're a teenager, you're in your younger years, like maybe 20, something like that. I think that is when you're most prone to building trauma in your mind, because of all these childhood experiences that you might have had, which probably were not that great for you, or you've had some circumstances in your life, some life circumstances, some situations, which kind of marked you with, you know, and you right now, you might not know what those things are. You might not know if you have some deep rooted trauma or something that's kind of been slowing you down, right? Or if you would know, if you can feel some sort of, what you call them, like, when you do an activity, right? Or you think of some memory, and this memory, it's like very unpleasant for you. It's very, very unpleasant, or it is kind of like this thing which kind of brings you back in that moment, right? You're thinking about this memory of, for me personally, I think it's the times when I was being fucked over out of my mind by like some shit people out there, while I was like, you could say I was being bullied. I think that would be the modern term for it, when I was, just literally just being made fun of. I was literally put down to the ground. I was just lowered in society up to the ground. And I remember, I have these memories of the time I used to go to this sports practice, and I'd be driving in the car, and I literally, that's where like those people who used to just kind of fuck me over, that's where they all were, I used to have some in school as well, but also in the sports club. So I used to be driven to that sports club, and while I was on the car with my parents or whoever I was with, I could just I would, kind of I would see those memories in my mind, where they were just literally doing all those horrible things to me, right? They were acting like fucking guns. They were doing all these things, right? And I was not acting back. I was literally not doing anything. I was scared. I was a pussy. I was raised to be submissive. I was literally raised to just stay up like this and never say anything, because that would mean you're the stronger man. So no, it does not mean that, by the way. If you want to see more on the subject, I made a video, Stand Up For Yourself. You can watch it after this video, right? But, I used to drive to sports practice, and I would literally just, while thinking about those things, I would literally just, literally my heart would start pumping faster and faster and faster. I'm like, just kind of go in this fight or flight mode for a while, in which I would be fucking scared, bro. Not even kidding. I would be anxious. I would be literally panicking, because I know that I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna be made fun of again. I'm literally gonna feel horrible again, and there's nothing I can do. I'm literally driving towards that same place in which I've been made fun of for years of my life, where I've been literally disrespected, and I've had my dignity taken away from me like that, for years of my life, and I'm just driving there again, and I'm like wondering to myself, why the fuck am I doing this again? Why? And it's like, man, and I think those times have passed now. Things have changed. Again, I've talked about those situations in my other video, but things have changed since then. I no longer feel this sense of fear, of anxious, like this anxious state, in which I was in. Yeah, this is also a reminder that trauma you can heal from it. It's not something, that just remains unhealable and undestroyable. I mean, you cannot fully destroy it. It's always gonna be like some traces of it, but like those traces can literally just kind of act like bad memories, right? But that's kind of it. I mean, to this point in my life, it's just bad memories. It's just some bad memory. But I'd like to think of it as actually, a good memory, since although it was shit in the moment, I essentially, if you think about it, I essentially delayed gratification, and I got in this shit situation in which I was not happy at all. I was uncomfortable. I was full down to the ground. But I think that brought so much character development for me. It brought so much more development in the way that I am, my personality, my beliefs, in my overall state of mind. You see, so yeah, but things have improved for me over the while, but you might still be in that situation yourself right now. You might still be facing these kinds of traumas, or you might still be having those mental health problems for from your your family situation or your life circumstances, or like some shit that happens in school or something. I there's a lot of sources from where this uh trauma and all these things can come from, right? But just know that it changes. I mean, some say time heals all wounds. I don't agree with that. I mean, there's some things that it won't be able to ever heal. But in situations like these, I'm not saying just fucking wait, like just wait a year or two and it'll suddenly just go away. No. For me, it didn't go away for like 7 years of my life. I've been in this situation with those people, those shit people, who have been constantly bringing me down, literally making me feel like shit every day for like almost 7 years. So that is quite the time, isn't it? But you see, now after like a year of self improvement, although I still constantly go to practice, I mean, I have practice in like a few hours, I'm gonna go there again. It's not the same anymore, because I've been on self improvement for a year now, almost, and I've had so much more free time. Now that I don't literally, I play no video games I have no social media other than YouTube where I post my videos. And I have no video games, I have no social media, I watch no TV, I watch no movies, no nothing. I watch no funny YouTube videos. I literally want to stay as far away from my phone as possible, right? But that is my that's my goal right now. But so while doing this, while trying to stay away from technology as much as I can, I stay away from distractions, right? So in this year of self-improvement, I've been able to, while if you take away all distractions, like all these kinds of overly stimulant distractions from your life, bro, and you literally just sit around for a few hours and you think to yourself, why am I in this situation? What got me in this situation? Like, you will come to some very life-changing conclusions, right? And I've had these kind of conclusions all over the past year, right? Like, they've literally just come to me as time went on, right? And I've been able to kind of understand where my problems came from, where I had this kind of trauma build from, and I could, although, to be honest with you, at the start of my self-improvement journey, I mean, a few months in last summer, a few months in the process, it was summer, right? And I was just waking up every day early. I was being disciplined. I was doing all these things, and a lot of the time I felt this discouragement, bro. I used to have these bad dreams with those people that I hated, with those people who literally destroyed my life. Back then, I used to think that they destroyed my life, that I was fucking done for, right? But I used to have like all these dreams with those people. Like, I literally, they were in my mind, bro. I wanted to like stop thinking about them, and just move on in my life, now that I was never gonna see, I not necessarily never gonna see them, but I had like a month or two. No, yeah, that's better. I had like a month or two free from practice. So I thought to myself, I have a month or two, where I'm free. I'm not gonna see those guys again, right? But they were in my mind, bro. They were in my fucking mind. Because this shit, it does not leave your mind that easily, right? This is something that sticks with you because it's trauma. It's in your fucking mind. So I used to have these dreams, and then like these very unpleasant dreams, which kind of presented my memories in kind of a bit of a different state, because dreams are weird, right? But after that happened, I used to wake up in the morning and be very, very unmotivated, I mean, I had some mornings where I woke up and I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. Let's do all the push-ups and sit-ups and the planks and everything I had to do for the morning, and then go for my run, and then come back and do some resistance training. Yeah, and then let's do this, and let's read, and let's write the story. Let's be productive, right? There were days in which I had motivation, but there were days like these, which were quite a few, in which I just literally had no motivation. I was done. I felt no drive to wake up in the morning. I was like, I might as well just stay in bed, But in those days, I went past, I thought to myself, fuck those people, fuck those guys. It's my life, right? And I literally got up and I did the hard work, especially when I didn't want to do it, especially when it felt horrible, especially when it was this grueling thing to do, because while I was doing those things, I had like memories of those people constantly pop up in my mind, and I had to just take them away like manually. But yeah, I'm telling you, things like these, they take time to heal. But it's been a year, and I've come to a lot of conclusions about my life. I've been hitting the gym constantly for a while. I mean, not necessarily constantly, and I think that's my fault, because school has been in the way, practice has been in the way. But I've been working out as much as I possibly can. I've been eating right. I've been on a healthy diet. I've been trying to get as much sleep as I can. I've been trying to be as productive as I can, recording as many videos and being as honest with you and as authentic as I possibly could be, and this has helped me tremendously, and I've journaled a lot. I have like fucking what, 3 notebooks filled up just with my notes over the past year. And recently I haven't journaled all that much, and I think that's on me. That's my fault. And I have to get back into it because it is a very, very beneficial habit, you know? And I would honestly recommend it to you as well, you know? So, my advice on how to improve your mental health, you know, once we got to this point, is that you have to adapt to this minimalist lifestyle, right? So, this minimalist lifestyle means that you take away all these distractions from your life, you know, no matter what they are, like technology, or if they're like bullshit friends, or, you know, if it's like it's some family, which, you know, it's like that way, you know, you kind of try to, if it's family, you know, it's a bit tougher, but it's a bit trickier, but, you know, spend lesser time with them, be more dedicated to other things, right? I think that would be a better way, you know, if you can kind of manage it, you know, try to spend lesser time with those people, with your friends as well, if all those people, right? Try to like slowly but surely take away those distractions, right? But, you know, with this minimalist lifestyle, after a while, you know, you'll end up having like so much free time, which you want to fill up with a bunch of good habits, right? You want to find your purpose, because, you know, if you are a man, if you're trying to become a masculine man, that is your single best tool, you know, to help you on your journey. Having like this clear, kind of, not even, it doesn't even have to be clear, right? You know, you just need to have like this idea of what you want to get to, this idea of what you want to achieve in your lifetime, in the next few years, because your purpose will change, right? But, you know, for now, what do you want to achieve in the next few years of your life? What is the thing which you want to literally dedicate yourself to 100% for the next few years, or how matter no matter how long it takes, right? So, minimalist lifestyle, you find a purpose. I think another one would really, a really good thing which will help you would be building social connections with other people. And by this, I don't mean, you know, your shit friends from a year ago, which you used to play video games with and watch Netflix, you know, and all this shit with, bro. No, the people that you used to fucking eat junk food with, like fast food. No, not those people. You want to stay as far away from those people as possible, right? But you want to build true social connections with warm, loving, kind people, with strong men on self improvement, with other men, you know, who share the same vision as you, other men who want to be your friends, you know, other men who are in this situation where, you know, I'm telling you, I was alone for an entire summer. You know, I kind of spent like 3 months in solitude. I'm gonna tell you, it's not that pleasant. I mean, you know, of course, I made a bunch of progress towards my own mission, and I had some time to reflect. But, you know, I would have given anything that period of time, you know, to just spend some days, you know, with somebody who truly understood me. You know, somebody who faced my hardship, my pain. You know, for somebody who, even maybe if he didn't like kind of go through the same experiences, you know, he would have tried to understand, he would have tried to help me out, you know, a person who I could have grown, you know, who I could have progressed with. I would have given anything for a person like that. Building social connections with truly meaningful people in your life, you know, if it could start from like maybe improving your relationship with your family, you know, improving the way that you see them, improving the way, although, you know, for example, actually starting to become just a tad bit more grateful for them every single day, you know, although it might seem very, very anticlimactic, you know, to be like, bro, why am I gonna be grateful for somebody who's literally like fucking my life over right now, you know? And I understand, you know, but there's just some things which you will get to learn, you know, just try it, you know, try to think of all these things in your mind, all these people in your mind who you literally don't have any kind of respect for. Maybe, no, try to. I think this practice works best for your family, for your close family, right? The people who will naturally be in your life for a long time, right? You want to think about them in your mind. You want to have them in your mind, whoever they are. You want to take some time to think about them, and you want to just forcefully try to remember some good memories with them. You want to forcefully think some good things about those people. And that is like a really good mental exercise. Spend some time, in silence, just thinking about those people, thinking about the good, especially the good memories of those people, the good times that you've had, and think about the good attributes that those people have, and you will come to conclusion and you think to yourself, damn, maybe, my father, although he is like this, or my mother is like this, or my brother, or whoever else, my siblings, they have these good things about them. They have all these good attributes. Although they have like a bunch of bad ones, they have these good ones, and you want to focus on those, and I think with this way you could start improving your relationship with your family, and that is, I think, the first step, to building good social connections, because I mean your family will be around you your entire life, bro. And if you end up resenting those people, if you end up resenting them for something that happened 20 years ago, you're gonna be like 20 years older, and you're just gonna think back on these moments and be like, fuck, man, I fucking hate what they did, and I want to tell them about it, but time passed and it doesn't even matter anyway. But you want to be as close as you can with your family, because they will be there for you for all kinds of situations. Although, you might not truly believe it, if you build good social connections with them, they will be there for you through anything, for any kind of situation, You want to build good social connections with, again, other men on self-improvement, other men, who, or, other people who you can kind of like see, because you can really determine the character of some people, right? And you can really see if they are like these ambitious people, they're these strong, ambitious people, who, although they've gone through their fair share of trials and tribulations, they have a lot to offer to the world, right? I've done, that's what I've done, my friend. Um, I started high school a year ago, yeah, more or less, right? And, no, that less than a year ago, right? But I started high school, a grade ago, so basically, and here I found my best friend right now, who he is on self-improvement as well. He is a young man, who's went through, who's went through a lot himself, He's had all these horrible addictions, he's been addicted, he's been let down by all these fucking technological advancements and bullshit like that, like they've just brought him down, like, you know, video games, social media, all those things which literally everyone loves, they've brought us both down. And although, I saw him, when the school year started, I saw him, on social media, on all those things, playing video games still. I could see it in him, I mean, he was ambitious, he had a purpose, he had a drive to change something in himself, and I really thought that, man, I could work with this guy. We could be friends, we could be strong friends, but I have to help him, although at the first it might be hard, because this person, years of brainwashing and shit, bro, this person won't believe me straight away, it'll take time, it'll take patience, it'll take a bunch of nerves, you know, burned and everything. So, but I got there, I got him to quit video games, to quit social media. He doesn't, he is such an ambitious man, right? He is such a strong, ambitious man, and I have so much respect for him right now, right? And I think, that's what I mean by building good social connections, because if you can find this person in your life like him, I mean, you can try to help this person, shape this person into someone better, but this only applies for people who you truly believe that they have a chance, because you don't go to like some old friend of yours and be like, oh well, I kind of vibed with this guy a while back, so I might as well try, and if it doesn't work out, then I don't know. No, you do this with people who you truly believe that they have a standing chance. And I was right, when it came to this guy, and now we're friends. Now we go to the gym together. Now we have all these plans for summer. We want to go camping. We want to go hiking in the mountains. Spend some quality time just away from all distractions. In which we just focus on our own growth as men, right? And I think that is your mental health can benefit like hugely from that. Hugely. So, okay, right now I've mentioned all these things, but I haven't put them like in quite in a clear order. So, minimalist lifestyle, you take away all bullshit distractions. You take away all distractions from your life. And you know what they are. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't try to cope and be like, oh well, they actually make me feel good. No, fuck you. If it makes you feel good, it's probably bad. Right now, you have shit mental health. If something makes you feel good, then it's probably bad for you. Because, social media makes you feel good, video games make you feel good, junk food makes you feel good, shit friends, who party and this, they make you feel good. But they're shit. They're bad for you. So don't fucking use that cope. So minimalist lifestyle, you take away all distractions, you find your purpose while on the minimalist style lifestyle. You spend time, you think about what you truly want to do, what you truly like to do, and you try to turn that into your lifelong. I mean, not necessarily, no, not lifelong, but in the next few years of your life, or no matter how long this process will take, but you try to turn that into your purpose, into your mission, into something that you want to achieve, and building social connections with other people. So it's three things: it's minimalist lifestyle, finding a purpose, and building social connections. You know, and again, I have to mention social connections. Don't do them with shit people. Try to find people who are worth it. Try to find people, and you won't build good social connections while you go to a party, where they'll do shots of vodka and shit, bro. No, you will find maybe this meaningful connection with people who maybe go to these productive places like the gym, or who go out running, or people who do all these good self-improvement habits, but they do them in like more of a public place. You can find them anywhere, bro. Just have to look. You have to use your mind, right? You have to kind of start making the difference between high quality people and low quality people. And I think you can make the difference, bro. I think it is quite simple. I don't think it's that fucking hard. But maybe you're trying to cope right now, and you're thinking to yourself, well, this guy that I have, I mean, he plays video games, but at the same time, maybe he goes to the gym from time to time and shit, bro. No, stop this bullshit, bro. If you can help that guy quit video games and literally start being a proper man, then great, but don't bullshit yourself on what is low quality and what is high quality, right? Don't act like a smartass, okay? But yeah, man, improve your mental health. That is very, very important for you. It was life changing for me. The fact that I can talk about it now, and I'm thinking back on all these experiences that I've had and all those hardships that I faced. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, I got through it, bro. And you will as well. Because, you are ambitious. You're a young man, you're ambitious, and you have drive. You have drive to change something in your life. You have drive to build a better future for yourself, for your family, for your future family. be part of this community. Be part of my community. Be part of this YouTube channel and raise conversations with other people and do all these things. Maybe you can find a friend here. Yeah, man. Hope you got some value out of this, bro. I'll see you next time.